going on, everybody? Welcome to Roots Card Rips. We are live, ready to rip 2025 Bowman Baseball. We're starting off Bowman season this year with a blaster case. We are live on eBay Live and YouTube as always. If you're a new customer, welcome. If you're a returning customer, welcome back. 40 blaster boxes to run through tonight, 6 packs per. I would say probably an hour and a half break time just to give you a realistic expectation on how long we'll be here ripping this blaster case. I've seen some folks rip some of these. They've looked pretty cool. Hopefully our blaster case is loaded. Yeah, this is from eBay Auctions, Jeff MN. The ones that ended about 8 o'clock. But yeah, everybody should have got a link letting you know that when we go live here, we're ready to rock. If you have any questions over the course of the live break tonight on eBay Live or YouTube, just leave them down in the comments section. As soon as I see your question, I will answer it. If you want to let me know who you're rooting for, I always love to know who's here in the live watching, rooting on their favorite prospects or players. If not, no worries. What we do is we rip the full case. We do a recap at the end of all the hits, and we ship these out to you within 2 business days. Today's what? Wednesday. These will ship on Friday. These will ship on Friday for you safely and securely. You can tell from our feedback, you'll get them safely. If you are someone who doesn't want to sit through the entire break and you just like to watch a recap, yes, we do a recap at the end of all the hits. Otherwise, sit back, relax, enjoy the break. It's usually a pretty good baseball chat on both channels here. Again, we're live on eBay Live and YouTube. I have not watched anybody. I watched a guy rip a couple of blasters. I watched a quick hobby box just to get a feel for what the design looked like. It's obviously an interesting class. There's some top-heavy prospects, but everybody's got some prospects that they are looking for in Bowman. If you love baseball, I'll be back tomorrow night with a hobby case at 10:30, and then we also have National Treasures baseball at 9:30. So back-to-back baseball tomorrow night, and then the same exact thing Friday night. So we got a case of NT and a case of Hobby Bowman Friday night, and then we'll be back with one more blaster case on Monday. I'm not sure what next week will lead into. I know we definitely have some flawless baseball coming next week, so we'll probably mix in a little bit more Bowman. Not sure which format yet. So again, if you love baseball, we'll be back tomorrow night. All the player auctions are live now. We have NT National Treasures baseball at 9:30 tomorrow night, and then a full case of hobby at 10:30. Big Papa, what's up, man? Welcome back. Travis is here. We love to have Travis in the live from the beginning. A sip of the water. I am battered and beaten. We've had our first week. We're up here in Ohio. It's our first week of coach pitch. I'm coaching a coach pitch team and a t-ball team. My hands are all beat up. We've been raking fields, trying to get all this mud out of here. So I am excited to be ripping this. We've been coaching the kids all week, and now it's time to rip some Bowman. Let's get this case popped. There's 40 in here, so give me a minute to get these all sorted out. There's a million blasters in here. And again, good luck, everybody. Thanks so much for joining. It's a pretty laid-back channel. You're not going to hear any screaming, yelling. There's no flying chest bumps in here. We don't yell bang every single card and scream and yell. It's obnoxious. So just a pretty laid-back channel. You guys want to get some sports conversations going? We love to do that. I cannot believe what's happening in the NBA playoffs right now. Boston just blew a huge lead at home. My Cavs are down 0-2. The 2 worst teams left in the East are up 2-0. Maybe they just needed to make it exciting. I don't know. Or maybe it's going to be a Pacers-Knicks finals, or Eastern Conference finals. I have no idea, but my gosh. Nobody had every dog winning, did they? Anybody have every dog winning so far through, 5 games? Big double-digit dogs, too. It's craziness. Craziness. All right, give me a minute here. It's going to take me a minute to get these 40 sorted to how I like it on the break table, so bear with me. We'll be rolling here. We'll be ripping here in the next couple of minutes. Again, these are 40 blaster cases. I hope they're loaded. I hope we see something crazy. Retail Bowman's always been really good to me. Figured we'd kick it off with retail and ease into hobby. I don't get the jumbo or Breaker's Delight or any of the super expensive SKUs. It's not really my style. So we stick with the easy stuff. They just keep coming. There's so many of them in here. Used to the old school 20 blaster cases, but those days are gone. The tops all into the 40s. We're almost ready here, sort of. Jeez, oh man. 4 more coming. All right, empty case. All right, you got Kevin Alcantara, you got Nate. All right, give me some Jung and Job tonight. I would love to do that. And Harris says, go Pacers. Yeah, it was a big one last night. Big one last night. They're underdogs again at home against half the Cavs in Game 3. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. Pacers are very well coached. They're not a very talented basketball team, but they're very well coached. I don't think they have a chance in the world of winning a title as constructed, but they are fun to watch. And I've loved betting their overs all year because they play no defense, they don't rebound, and they score like crazy. But you can't argue. The Cavs gave that one away. Cavs gave that one away last night. That was one of the biggest chokes I've ever seen in sports at any level. All right, let's do this. It's too many in the front. There we go. There we go. There we go. 40 coming at you. Yeah. I mean, Halliburton's fantastic. Siakam's actually, the shockers, Siakam's played pretty terribly in the series. And he, for me, is their second best player. So if he gets it going at all, I mean, they may sweep the Cavs. They very well could. A bunch of Luis Angel, man. We've been a Luis Angel Acuna magnet of late and just about everything. All right, guys. 9:37. Good luck. Probably an hour and a half on the rip time. I don't know. We show every card. We ship every card. So we'll be here for a while. Let's see. Super limited versions of select inserts. If there's something that I haven't seen yet that I fly through, which is unlikely, just let me know. All right. Yeah. Spotlights, all the fun stuff you might be able to catch in here would be cool. All right, let's do it. First Bowman of the year for me. Good luck, everyone. Thank you for spending. Bad bod stuff. Man, I missed you. All right. Here we go. Classe, nice Guardian to start. Churio. Thomas White, top 100. Garcia, Basalo, Hagen Smith. Lundstrom, Zahir Hope. Machado, Julio, and Arelvis. See if we get any of those red rookies. See if we get any of those. I don't think the Cavs are going to get... I don't think they're going to get Garland. I'm shocked at the Cavs. I can't believe none of those guys could even suit up. Like, it's just... I don't know. It's just wild. Just wild. I said after Game 1, after watching the way Game 1 played out, I said the Pacers would win in 5. I hope I'm wrong. Rockstar rookies, Kumar, Bazana, Orlando, Kason, Johnny Long, Luke Sennard, Scooble, Judge, and Merrill. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Excited to see where the hits are. I got injured. My hand got injured. Had a kid hit a comebacker at me, and I went to get out of the way. We got a purple. Went to get out of the way and smashed my hand on the bucket of Coach Pitch balls. It was a good hit. It was worth it. J.J. Weatherholt on the board. Ed Glean. Perez out of 250. Nice one. We'll start with some numbered first. Hi-Sung Kim. Man, is he fun to watch. And Ellie De La Cruz. Do I collect baseball cards? Yeah, don't we all? Doesn't everybody? TK Collins. Throw that up here. It's our first numbered card. How many autos? Have you guys watched any blaster cases yet? How many autos do you see? And I saw a guy post his hits on Twitter, X, or whatever they're calling it. There's a scale parallel or reptilian or whatever you want to call it. Roki Sasaki, greatness loading. That's an ugly insert, if you ask me. I don't like that. I'm usually pretty honest about my thoughts on inserts. Willie Simpson, Frenierbear, Montilla. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one, but I'm going to go with Frenierbear or Frenierbear. I'm not sure if these are called reptilian or scale parallels. I've seen them listed both ways. I didn't really look. Bought 4 and pulled 2 autos. Nice. A lot of color. That's good. Yeah, I was watching the guy rip through. It was wild because, a lot of the other Fanatics or Tops, whatever you want to call them, retail blaster cases have had like 4 autos-ish, but I'm hoping this has a lot more. Very important prospects. Max Clark, Sammy, Petre, Kendall, Shane Mack, Matty O, and Rutschman. Where'd they drop? Where'd the blasters drop today? They drop at all the Targets and Walmarts everywhere. Were people fighting over them? Hopefully not. Connor Norby. Here's our Rookie of the Year favorites. Die cut Acuna. I like those as a die cut, actually. Kellen Lindsey, Matty Wilkinson, Jonah Tong and Caldwell are your chromes. And Thomas on the back. All right. We eased in. We got one paper numbered card. Otherwise, kind of a boring blaster, but we're just easing our way in. GameStop, no line. Nice. That's nice. My kids only really look for retail wrestling cards, so I've kind of gotten out of the game of whenever they stock. But I will say we were at a Target a couple days ago, or last Friday, we were looking for wrestling action figures, and the lady was stocking, and there was, 7 people in line already. It was kind of wild. I was like, what is this, 2019, 2018, 19 again? Tovar, Holiday, Ofiri, Rodriguez, number 98. Mariano and Rayner are your chromes. I like the design this year. It's clean. Very clean design, if you ask me. $29.99 is not bad at all. Resellers, most everybody's at 35 or 40 right now that I've seen. Rockstar, that's an okay looking parallel. Job. Fren Yerber again. Giancarlos Lara. Ellie, Rafaela, and Gunnar Henderson. You're going to see a bunch of cards from all your players unless they're insert or auto only. All cards do ship. Carson Williams, VIP. Jonah Tong, Nate. Aiden Miller, Ellis. Aaron Judge. I like that they have the different parallels of paper autos in here. That'll give you a little more chance of catching something crazy. Roki Sasaki's a nice one. All those will be sleeved and loaded when they ship to you. I don't sit and sleeve and load every single card during the live. Otherwise, you guys would be here for 3 hours for a blaster case. I know. Well, that's the thing. Is like my kids like they love the wrestling figures, but I like when they get the $11 ones. Like some of the elite ones are $32. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Dylan Cruz, Capital Cards and Collectibles. That's cool. That's very cool. Braceno, Jack Lines, Lindor, Machado, and Julio. Come on. Where do you get them on clearance, Big Papa? Where are you finding clearance wrestlers? I got to find some clearance wrestlers. Greatness Loading, McGonigal. God, I hate that insert. Ugh. Oh, I missed one there. Slade Caldwell first. James Tibbs, Braceno, Relvis Martinez, Song, and Jace Young. All right, so nothing in that one. Hopefully that's one of the very few that doesn't at least have a numbered card in it. That one was boring. You got to tell me where to find the clearance ones. I need to find some clearance wrestlers. You know what's funny is some of them you can just buy them online for way cheaper than you can find them in the store. On to blaster number 3. Again, we got 40 to go. It's going to be a long rip. Rockstar rookie Sweeney. Jacob with a K. Seaver King. When You Pawn. There's James Wood. Saganu and Ben Rice. Waiting on some chrome hits. Looks like there might be blue paper and a chrome speckle in here. Blue paper Simeon. That's not the one we want. At a $4.99. Cole Young. Insert. Tibbs. Luis. Campbell. Magalone and Jonathan Long at a $2.99. That's a nice first. There you go. Jay Long. Noel Thorpe and Alcantara. Nice Jay Long. 157 out of 299. Marcus Simeon. Again, we'll do a recap of everything numbered and all these reptile parallels at the end. Hopefully a whole bunch of autos. Yeah, that one will work. That one will work. So we're just easing in. I remember with blasters, usually if you get your numbered card, you have a better chance of catching an auto. Usually they either load them up or they're terrible. Connor Griffin, VIP. Keys. Leo. Cabrera. Hagen Smith. Jordan. Jose. And Cody Bellinger. Jackson Holiday. Trout. Casas. There's our Rookie of the Year faves. Drew Romo. I feel like Drew Romo's been around forever. Jeb, Stafura, Bresnahan, Ozzie, Nito, Lindor. You don't like it, Dakota? I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I like a clean, classic look to my Bowman and Topps cards. There's just only so many different ways you can go with the design of these. Alex Mooney Chrome. Festa on the back. When they try to get too busy, when the design gets too busy is when I start to lose interest. All right, we got a reptile in here. We got, see, like that, I can't get behind that. Bryce Eldridge, Pablo, Josh Nixon Garcia. Christian Moore is a nice one. Trey Turner, Jung Hoo, and Marcus Semien. All right, nothing great yet. No autos yet. Let's change that right now. 7 autos last blaster break you watched. I hope we can beat that. We're not off to the greatest start, but we got a long way to go. Were they good autos? I'd rather have 4 really good autos than 7 really mid autos, personally, but we'll see. There's Emmanuel Rodriguez, number 26. I didn't realize E-Rod was that highly ranked. Santiago Suarez, McAdoo are your chromes. Juan Soto in the Mets uni. Yeah, you're right. More crisp border. I just think these look clean. I'm kind of okay with them. Just I can't imagine being the design team on on paper stuff. Like, all right, what are we gonna do this year? Kadeem Dia and Owen Wild are your chromes. Schwellenbach, Kyle Tucker, Kobe Mayo at a 150 was the best. All right, well, hopefully we can beat that. Reptile coming your way. Kevin Alcantara, rookie. Chrome, Aiden Smith, Aiden Miller, Reptile. Contreras, Harper, Tatis. It's a good-looking card. I like the Reptile parallels. Good looking. Correa. Rockstar, Big Christmas, John Kenzie Noel. Elvin Garcia, Luis Morejo, Chromes. Mason Wynn, Wyatt Langford. Dylan Cruz, paper rookie. Come on, we need to see an auto. Hey, out of those 7 autos, how many were chrome? Christian Moore, Lucas Ramirez, Dowell Joseph, and Johnny Lovell. Jean Kenzie Noel, rookie car. Nick York, rookie of the year favorites. Ortiz Jr., Paulino, and Jacob Wright are your chromes. Drew Thorpe, Kevin, and Ronald. All right, slow start. We're going to fix that. We're going to fix it. Slow start. Just got to get one. Just got to see one. Got to see one go through the net. What are Jesus base autos going for? Are they going for $800 today? Oh, purple paper is Bo Bichette. That's not the one we want. Bryce Rayner, Bazana, Ugarte, and Chenwei Lin, McClanahan, Olsen, and Adley. Bo Bichette. That one is 22 out of 199. We're good on the vets with our numbered cards, especially if they're going to be as sparse as they've been. Caminero, Sasaki, Woods, World of War. That insert, I like the way it looks. Calaz, Malcolm Moore, Luis Angel, Matty Chap, and Matt Sagasee. Some of the parallels. Yeah, the odds are wild if you go that way. Luis Angel, greatness loading. Tibbs, Jack Penny. Jack Penny first reptile. Juan Soto on the back. I feel like every year they throw a crazy super into retail. Hopefully they throw it into one of my cases. That's what I always hope for. But I feel like they always throw some craziness into retail. Dylan Cruz, Rockstar. Montilla and David Ortiz Jr., Chrome. Big Papa's on the board. Watch out now. VIP Nick Kurtz. Missed one there. Frenier Bear again. Aiden Miller and Peyton Eels. Tatis. All right, we got to see an auto. Got to see an auto. They're hiding right now. They're hiding. Kevin Alcantara is not hiding. I feel like I've said that name 8 times. Cade Horton and Jose Perdomo Chrome, Mason Wynn, Langford, and D. Cruz rookie card. You're probably going to get 20 of those. All right. Got to see an auto before we get rid of this top shelf here. Got to see an auto up here. Just one. Just one. And then we get down into the final 32. What's that, 5 blasters in? 8 times 4 is 32, 34 up there, yeah. So this is blaster number 6. No autos yet, but I'm not worried. Rip off 3 in a row here at some point. Be happy. Carson Williams, VIP. Bo Walker and Jesus Tillero. Lindor and Manny Machado. Yamamoto, Jackson Jobe, Rookie of the Year, die cut. Sean Keys, Travis Bazzana. Song Kim. He is electric on the base paths. All right, we got a Lava back there. Brandon Sproat. Gary Gilhill and Colt Emerson to 399 Chrome. Lava. Colt Emerson to 399. Colt E. Numbered Chrome, nothing crazy yet. Class A. Was weird, there was nothing early on. Victor Rodriguez, D'Angelo, Ortiz Chromes. Corey Seager. We got a reptile back there. Weatherholt, greatness loading. Tank Hentz and Asbel Gonzalez first. Reptile. McClanahan. Again, if you joined us late, we're in the 6th blaster. No autos yet. Nothing crazy yet. We will do a recap at the end. As always, there's our first green and 2 more reptiles. There's just like a million cards in this pack. I love that when they do that. Adele Amador. Mitch Jebb, first chrome auto. There we go. There we go. Just a bazillion cards in here. Congrats, Mitch Jebb spot. There we go. Got an auto. We got a million cards in this pack. All right. Kobe Mayo. We got a green Engelth Urania out of 99. Paper, nice one there. Pineda. And then we got Braylon Payne and Marcos Torres. So 2 more reptiles. Why not? 3 reptiles in that box and an auto and a numbered paper. That's the kind of box you want. I bet those idiots who bring their scales to Target and try to weigh the cards would have liked that one with all the extra cards in there. I've never actually seen that in person, but I've seen people post videos of it. Man, you got to be a special fella. You got to be a special guy to do that. All right, we got our first auto. Let's get hot now. Mitch Jeb Chrome Auto on the board. Need a Leo Auto. All right. See what we can do. Zach Wheeler. Rockstar Adele Amador. Kyle Teal and Sinar to your Chromes. Whole bunch of paper. That pack had extra cards. This one's light. I can tell this pack has less cards. Looks like the collation is an issue again. Aiden Miller VIP. Mobley, then you got Hayden Alvarez and Bo Walker with no paper on the back because they threw it all in the pack before it. I love it. Yeah, it always weirds me out to think people would do that, but I mean, people will do anything if given the opportunity. It's like part of the fun. It's like seeing if you get a good one. I don't want to know what's in there before I open it. Pineda, Tolero, and Chromes. Soto and Schwellenbach on the Bach. Again, welcome everybody on eBay Live and YouTube watching the break. Nothing insane so far, but we're just getting going. Carson Williams, number 3. Top 100. Braden Montgomery, Aaron Estrada Chromes, Sedane. Adele Amador. Matsui, that'd be a cool one to hit. Guerrero and Zach Showalter. Corbin Carroll and Tarek Skubal. Those have got to be pretty tough to hit out of retail, I would imagine. Freddie Freeman would be an awesome, awesome thing to hit. Weatherholt. Kurtz. We got another Reptile coming. Josh Noth and Ellis. Reptile first and an extra card on the back. They're all over the place with the collation here. Cards everywhere. Ellis Reptile. All right, last one on the top. 33 left. What do you think happens, Big Pop, at Backlash? You think Cena holds the belt, or you think they give it to Randy? My kids and I keep going back and forth. I keep telling them there's no chance that they're taking it off Cena, because otherwise, what's the rest of his farewell tour going to be? I would say probably the Dom match will be the one I'll be the most excited about, but admittedly, we've got a family party. We've got like a gender reveal for my sister-in-law that day, so I'm kind of Villaroel, Lopez, and Bryce Rayner, so I'm kind of not really in the mode of that just yet. I haven't even really looked at the full card, but we know it's coming. Yeah, Cena has to retain. It can't be just a normal match, though. It's got to be, that one's going to have to be a million guys coming out and interrupting. Rhett Lauder. I mean, obviously Punk, Seth, Rome, a lot of people could get involved there. Will Smith, Soto, Schwellenbach. Cena has to retain. He pretty much has to hold the strap the rest of the year. Otherwise, he kind of, I don't know, the whole thing will be for naught. Brooks Lee, Carson Benj. I'd like to see if Cody comes back at all. Chase Hampton, Montez, Contreras. What matches are you looking forward to? I sure would like to rip some wrestling. It's just, there isn't anything coming out. Bo Bichette, Adele Amador, Rookie of the Year. We got some blue paper coming. Edglin Perez again. 2 times on Edglin. If you got that spot, you're living right. Echevarria and Ugarte. All right. Edglin Perez. Never hurts to have Yankees. There we go. Freddie Freeman. Kason and Connor Griffin. Last pack of Blaster number 8. Pete Alonso. Greatness Loading, Kobe Mayo. Cobb Hightower, just 1 chrome in there. That's fun. Harper, Chapman, Thomas, and Randy Arozarena. Close us out. All right, now on to the lower level. 32 to go. Yeah, I don't know why they're doing Gunther and McAfee. I got to assume. I got to assume that they're gonna let Gunther have his way with him, but it's just kind of a weird one. Kind of a weird one, but we'll be watching. We probably will watch the next day. Briseño, are your chromes? Thomas Agassi. Reptile coming. Another Luis Angel. Tibbs and David Ortiz Jr., Big Poppy Jr., very nice. Arozarena, Soto. Big Poppy Jr. Reptile. Again, we'll do a recap at the end of all the hits. Pulled a 2 of 5, and wow. That's an insane hit, prime time. Green auto, Frenier Bear, Montilla at a 99. 39 out of 99, so 2 chrome autos. 2 chrome autos so far, both firsts. Love to see it. 1 numbered. Very nice. I agree, Big Papa. You got to get that guy out of there. Got to get that guy out of there. All right, let's do that. There we go. That one will work. McGonigal, Sullivan, Montilla, Christian Campbell. Yeah, I don't know how Travis Scott got involved with that main event. I think that was everybody's main complaint. Like, even if you were okay with Cody losing the strap to Cena, it's like, why was it with that guy? DeBarge, Torres, Corbin Carroll. I'll be curious to see, right around when this break ends, I'll be curious to see if Denver stays in this game tonight. The NBA. Be wild. Caden Dana, Rookie of the Year favorites. Mariano and Senard Chromes. No Jesus made so far. Not even a base, I don't think. It's wild. Let's change that. That looks cool. Looks like a green insert, maybe. Rockstar Rhett Lauder out of 99. Rhett Lauder out of 99. Rayner, and how about an Arun Escobar out of 99? Green Shimmer. That's a good box right there. Green Auto, Green Shimmer, Green Chrome insert. Arun Escobar out of 99. Green Shimmy. Forgot about the green shimmies. That's a good box. Blasters can be fun. Nice Rhett Lauder. That one's real nice. Arun Escobar out of 99. That one's 11 out of 99. All right, let's get hot now. That was cool. Green Auto, Green Shimmy, Green Insert. All chrome. 1 box. So, like, the bad boxes are bad. The good boxes are really good. I feel like Big Papa, sometimes he, like, just wants to show that he can still put himself in the middle of everything when he's bored when he's got some dead time with everything else he's busy with. And then he's like, I don't want to do this all the time anymore. And then he just kind of fades away. And then his ego gets back at him, James Wood. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to go do it again. Get right in the middle of everything. Fabian Lopez, Yu-Min Lin Chromes. Jacob Wilson, David Festa. Walker Jenkins, VIP. Drew Jones and Ichiro Kano Hernandez are your firsts. Simeon. River Ryan. Jackson Jobe, Rookie of the Year favorites, die cut. Keep forgetting Teal's on the Sox now. Walker Janik and Caleb Lomavita. James Wood. Ben Rice. Yeah, I don't. That's really weird that he brought in his own writers. Termar Johnson. Lucas Ramirez. Jack Caglianone. Thought there was one stuck to that, but there wasn't. All right. Winston Santos and Gregory Barrios, D. Cruz, Cole Reagan. So it seems like some of them are just boring blasters. And when they hit you with one, they just load it up. So you either get a loaded blaster or just kind of a boring one. Kyle Teal. Really, if you're at the store, Fernando Cruz, you just got to pick the right one. Jackson Humphreys, so that's always the story. But if you pick the right one, I mean, you could have a crazy blaster box of this stuff. With all the greens in that last one, if those were the right players, I mean, you can hit some insane stuff out of here. Empty. Logan Gill. Here we go. Manny Machado out of 299 purple paper. Lucas Ramirez and Jack Caglianone seem to run together in the chromes. You can always figure out the collation eventually if you open enough of this stuff. In years past, I would always know who was running with who. These days, I don't open enough cases of each product to get it down pat like I used to. Usually move on to the next product. Winston Santos, Rodriguez, and Ozzy on the back with a huge dent in it. Awesome. This back pack was light cards too, so there's going to be one pack in here with a ton of cards, I'm sure. Walker Jenkins, greatness loading. Fernando Cruz, only one chrome in here. Nito Machado. UFC predictions, man. I don't know. What is it? Jacob Wilson. I saw Valentina's press conference today. Fabian Lopez and Bazana. Hyesung Kim on the back. She didn't seem too happy with the disrespect from Menon. I don't think Menon Fio is all that good, truthfully. Leo DeVries. I thought she lost the third round to Rose, who had a broken hand and was like half her size. I don't know. I guess give me Valentina. Give me Valentina. I'll probably be betting Valentina as an underdog. I bet her last time out as an underdog, and she rolled against who was it? Someone, and she just out-grappled. I can't even think of who Valentina's last fight was. It's my dad brain. After coaching kids after work today, my brain is just fried. But I would say give me Valentina. What's the other one? Grasso. Who's Grasso fighting? I haven't started looking into daily fantasy yet. I usually start doing that like Friday late night. I like to watch the weigh-ins and watch some of the pre-fight show and then really figure out who I think is going to win. But I'd have to look a little closer at the card. Who is Grasso fighting? She's an underdog too. I know that. Onward. Two autos, both chrome, no paper autos yet. Joe had a tough outing tonight. Where's he? He's in Colorado, isn't he, tonight? Bazana. Matic and Magalone. Get over there. Not yet, Ray. Not yet. We got a long way to go, though. Nothing cool yet, though, of Slade. Skeens is on the board. I still haven't seen Jesus. Walker Jenkins and Perella. Schwellenbach. 4 RBIs for Baez. Jeez, oh man. What year is it? The green auto is Franyaber Montilla. Hagen Smith. Joss Nixon. Anderson Brito, Reptile. There you go. There's your green auto. Franyaber, right? I don't know how you pronounce that. Franyaber. I wish I made it up, but no, there it is. Franyaber or Franyerber. I don't know how you pronounce it. I tried. I do my best with some of these, man. Opening soccer is always interesting for me. I botch those names real bad, but I just try to sound them out and do the best I can. If people want to correct me, go ahead. Hyesung Kim, Rockstar. Seaver King and Sammy Basalo. There wasn't another one back there, no. Bryce Harper, Mason Wynn. Austin Riley. Matty Shaw, VIP. Jeremy Cabrera and Hagen Smith, Chromes. Dylan Cruz, rookie card. The Ohtani photo is awesome. Those parallels are going to be fun to chase. The photo is awesome. Just admiring his work. Roki Sasaki, Rookie of the Year. Stafura and Fuentes, Chrome. Noel and Thorpe. All right, a couple boring ones in a row after the all-green box. Like I said, some are just super boring. Some have one. I believe there's some sort of image variation in there, Big Papa. Then there's the spotlights. There's the ones that look like the rocks. I can't think of the name of that parallel. Those are so hard to hit. And then there's the animes. So there's all sorts of fun, super short printed inserts in here. Just got to find one. PJ Morlando. That's a good one. First paper auto. All right. I guess I didn't realize they'd have base paper, non-numbered. All right, nice Morlando. That one will work. All right. Let's do that. Nice Morlando back there. Okay. Petre, Aiden Smith, Ortiz, Merrill, McClanahan, and Matty O. I pulled somebody the Jackson Merrill Spotlight Superfractor. And the guy sold it like 2 days later for like 5 G's, I think. Leo, Mooney, Elvin Garcia, Dowell Joseph. I still think Merrill's underrated, personally. Hurston Waldrop. Shea Whitcomb. Drew Romo. Level and Connor Griffin are your Chromes. Willie Smith. Give us another. We got the auto already. Usually the auto boxes have more action. And I'm right. Gold Chrome. Let's go. And a speckle. Okay. Told you. They're either really good or they're really bad. DeBarge to 150. Speckle insert. Colson. Man, be a good one here. This could be a wild card. First, Yanks. Chase Hampton out of 50. Whew. Gold out of a blaster. I love to see it. Hyesung Kim, Jace Young. Love to see gold out of blasters. Rather it wasn't a pitcher, but hey, what are you going to do? Chase Hampton gold, 2 out of 50. 2 out of 50 on that gold. So when you get the auto, it's just like you get a whole bunch of numbered cards in with the auto. I wish they'd spread that out a little bit just for the purposes of opening them for kids at retail. But hey, what are you going to do? It's not up to me. Owen Wild, McAdoo, Bazana are your Chromes. Ellie, Gunnar Henderson. Bryce Rayner, great list loading. Kadeem Didier Fuentes, Reptile. I assume I pronounced that one right, but you never know. Didier Fuentes, Reptile. That was a good box. If you had the Morlando spot, you got an auto, paper auto. No problem, Z Cards. The gold was that one, Chase Hampton. First, number 2 out of 50. Should be good to go. I can see the stream loading up good. eBay Live every once in a while will freeze just for a second, but you should be good to go. I'm showing it at 100% frames loaded, so let me know if you're having any issues. I'm crazy. You may just have to refresh. Might just have to refresh. Vegas card nut, I haven't the foggiest idea. Every once in a while, eBay Live is a little on the glitchy side. If for any reason you're having continued issues, the YouTube stream is perfect. You could always switch over, but it usually fixes itself if there are any issues. I'll take a break for just a second until someone gives me the all clear and that we're looking good. Feed's looking good on my end. I'm looking at it live, working. Ragnar, thank you. Yeah, if that happens, just let me know, guys, over on eBay Live. Every once in a while, it's a little glitchy. Some kinks getting worked out over there, but we are live on YouTube as well, just as a backup, so you're always welcome to watch on either. I prefer the eBay Live feed personally. I love what they're doing with the platform. It's going to be very cool here. Yuri Perez, Cole Reagans, Eon Kinsey Noel. That one's upside down. Look at that. Just trying to figure out why I was going the wrong way. Thank you, Chipper. Thank you, Ragnar. Again, if you guys love this stuff, I have Hobby tomorrow night. Full case of Hobby. Hobby Friday night. If you like unlicensed baseball, Colson, or that's Braden Montgomery and Quinn Matthews Chrome. We've got National Treasures also running tomorrow and Friday night. I'll be honest with you, for the longest time I wasn't into Panini Baseball, but over the last couple of years they seem to be loading their cases with just tons of huge names, and so I've kind of fallen in love with their baseball offerings with some of the Hall of Famers and current stars and prospects. They just seem to load the cases. That's been my perspective from it. So Vegas card nut, you're looking for the proverbial needle in the haystack. I like it. Who's your guy? Josh Noth, Chase Mobley, Jung-Hoo Lee, and James Wood. Jack Leiter. I like Jack Leiter. Riley Green, Greatness Loading, Connor Griffin. What auto is he on? Is he on the quad one? Kyle Teal. Jean Acre, Ugarte. Jean Acre? That can't be pronounced right, but I tried. All-American auto. I gotcha. I haven't the foggiest idea how many of those they signed. Salvi. Rockstar Jackson Job. Hayden Alvarez and Yoferi are your Chromes. Ozzy Albies. All right. 3 autos so far. We're not even halfway through the case, so we are on pace for that 7. Pay $100 to get it. I wonder if it'll go that high. Probably. Probably. Let's get the base out of the way here so I got some room. That's the way to probably do it. Try a couple. If you don't have any luck, just get it. See if you can get it cheap in a couple breaks. If not, just grab it. Grab it the old-fashioned way. Just buy it. All right, Nick Kurtz, VIP. Chase Hampton, Lazaro Montez, Jace Young, Ellie, Rafaela. Oh, give me a second, M. Crazy. I'll show you the last couple. We got some purple paper coming. There's Alcantara. Cam Smith out of $2.99. Ugarte, Nick Kurtz. Tark School. Last couple were Ugarte, Chase Hampton Gold, Fuentes, Kyle DeBarge out of 150, Anderson Brito, Manny Machado, Jackson Humphreys, this Cam Smith, and a PJ Morlando first auto paper. Those would have been the last box or so. And crazy. Angel Janao. Sebastian Walcott and Luis Pena are your Chromes. All your big name Chromes will be sleeved and loaded when they ship to you. Inserts. Your cards will get to you safely and securely, I promise you. I just don't sit here and load everything during the lives. Braylon Payne, JJ Weatherholt Chrome. Finally, where is Jesus made? Maybe he's all in the second half. Heritage had 26. Are you a super collector of his or just a big fan or what? Kobe Mayo, greatness loading. Every time I see that insert, I hate it more. There he is. He's on the board. Jesus. All right, he's in this case. Conrad Cason. Rosarena. God, the guy just looks like he mashes. He has the coolest name possible and the coolest just batting stance. I mean, gosh, the card just looks awesome. They gave him a great photo. Brooks Lee, there's nothing worse than when they give a huge prospect a terrible photo. Burns and O'Neill Perez. Soto and Schwellenbach close us out. All right, we got like 85 watching in the live. I hope everybody's having a great week. Getting you over hump day here, Bowman release day. We started with blasters this year. We got hobby the next 2 nights. I usually have great luck with hobby. I used to rip jumbo in the past and just never. I always thought hobby was the better rip for the money. So that's why I always get hobby in. Just feel like it always delivers. Jefferson Cuero. Jumbo, I feel like you think you're going to get more and you just don't. First, Luis Pena. Luis Pena purple out of 250. Purple lava. We've got a lot of chrome color, which is good. A lot of chrome color. The gold was Chase Hampton. Yankees, 2 out of 50. That's awesome, Vegas card nut. I love it. Sasaki's strikeout showroom. Cole Fontenelle, Didier Fuentes, Dylan Cruz on the back. I feel like that's like the 10th Dylan Cruz. Yeah, the color's been really good. Need to start catching some of the monster names, but the autos, a lot of chrome. Feeling good about the way the case and with the way the retail product is. Castillo, Cam Smith, Reptile. I feel like the retail product looks good. Always nervous with print runs and stuff like this. Like, are we going to catch a blaster case with like nothing? But no, they look good. Haven't seen any White Sox yet. I have. Just not any great hits for the White Sox, but I've seen some White Sox. V-Rod. Esteban Mejia, Quinn Matthews. There's Drew Thorpe. That's a White Sox. Who are you looking for, Akatane? Who you got in the break? Jack Caglianone. Letson, McGonigal, Travis. I remember the Jack case that you had last year. Holy moly, what was that? 2 autos and a numbered in the same case. That was wild. That was one of the craziest cases I ripped. Austin, my man Austin hit 2 Ellie's in the same, 2 Ellie autos in the same, 2 Ellie first autos in the same case with me a couple years back. Corey Lewis, Chase Mobley, Jung Hoo, James Wood. All right, we got 24 left. We're 16 blasters in. We got, what, 3 autos? 1, 2, 3 autos. Got some work to do. Nothing insane yet, but only sold 1. Nice. Did you grade any of those? Any of those grade high? All right, 24 to go. Let's get 1 more auto before the halfway point, at least. Brooks Lee, looking for some numbered Brooks Lee. All right, Marjo, I'm rooting for you. Pulled a couple of Brooks Lee autos the other night out of Topps Chrome Black. That doesn't help you tonight, but I've been pulling some Brooks Lee. Let's do that. All right, now we can kind of start to build forward. There you go, Franier Bear. All right. 24 more to go. We're about an hour in, so probably a little under 2 hours on the break. Chase Burns, VIP. Hampton and Montez, Chrome. Anybody got a score? Javier Magalon. Yeah, we pulled a couple of his cards. Nothing great of his yet. Roki Sasaki. That was Engelth Urania. Yankees are everywhere. Ugarte and Wei-Hu Pon. James Wood. Ben Rice. Engelth Urania is 19 out of 99. Yelly. Chase Burns. Chromes are Walcott and Luis Pena. Jose. Cody Bellinger. Hello. Yamamoto. Braylon Payne and Bresnahan are your Chromes. Lindor. No, that wasn't the same guy. The other one is Ed Glean. There's Engelth and Ed Glean. Those are two names that I can't say. There's Jesus again. I can't say I've ever heard those two names before. So those ones are tough for me to even sound out. There's a lot of hard consonant sounds back to back there. Just Ed Glean. That's a tough one to pronounce. Adele Amador. Chase Burns and Zach Showalter Chromes. All right, that was a boring box with just the one green paper. Like I said, they load up some of these boxes. So, yeah, the images look the same. Yeah, it's like the same guy. They're both running the bases or leading off. Just a weird. Both wearing the same version of the uni. Vegas Card Nut, my man. Good luck to you. Have a good rest of your evening. Thanks for spending some of it here with me. Brooks Lee. Pink paper is Vladdy out of 175. Sean Keys and Gary Gill Hill are your Chromes. Vladdy Jr. Pink paper. Let me see some more pink paper back here. Kobe Mayo, Luis Angel. Jared Sundstrom out of 175, first pink. John Kenzie and Drew Thorpe. Okay, so two paper here. Let's see what else. They're going to throw us an auto in this one. Basalo. Usually multiple numbered cards come with an auto. Chang, first chrome. Jacob Wilson on the back. Sweeney, Rookie of the Year, favorites. Leo, Emil Morales, Festa Turner, and Jung Hoo on the back. Locklear kicks us off. So it doesn't look like they give us an auto in here. Just two pink papers. Unless it's in this last pack. Come on. Love that Otani card. Love it, love it, love it. Shota, Lazaro Montes Greatness loading. Chrome, Tink Hentz, Cade Horton, Cruz for the 57,000th time. Dylan Cruz is everywhere with the paper rookies. Horton, Reptile. 22 blasters left to go. Waiting on a monster. Nothing monstrous yet out of the case. Some nice hits, but nothing crazy. Hope to change that here shortly. Certainly aren't the easiest packs to open either. They really tightened them up this year. Chrome Auto, Peyton Ellis first. All Chrome Auto. 3 Chrome Autos so far. There you go. Let's have a box here. Ellis. Jesus. Blake Walters. It's the third Jesus Chrome. Okay. Let's get these out of here and hopefully just have autos and crazy low-numbered stuff by the end. Ryan Clifford. There's a Hyunchan at a 50. Yep, it just keeps going with it. Once you get the auto, you know you got a great box coming. It's a blue reptile, 15 out of 150. Mr. Nice little team color match there with the blue. Yelly. Give us one more numbered card in here. VIP Bizana, Josh Nixon, Chase Burns and DeBarge. Wood. Jake DeGrom. I think we might get one more numbered card if we're lucky. Kumar Rocker. Cabrera. Torres and Cruz are your chromes. Ben Rice and Jose. David Festa, there's a red one. There's a red rookie. First one, David Festa. Luis Pena, Sanabria. Admittedly, I don't really like the gimmick they did with that, but hey, at least they're trying. Festa, red rookie. Tanguy 82. Nothing great for Hagen Smith yet that I can remember. We'll do a recap at the end for you, but I don't think there's been anything. Braylon Payne and George Clausen, reptile. Jake Wilson. I don't think. Chat, can anybody remember any Hagen Smith hits? I don't think so. This one will get us to the halfway point of the case. This is blaster number 20. This one didn't want to come out of there. We got something wild in here. Let's do that. All right. This one gets us halfway home. We got 4 autos already. The goal was to beat 7, according to my man over on eBay Live. Let's see if we can beat 7. Rockstar Kobe Mayo. Elvin Garcia, I like that photo. That's a cool looking photo. Sean Keys, Showalter. Drew Thorpe, Ronald. Nick York. Matty Shaw. Chromes are Gary Gill Hill and Victor Rod. Trey Turner. Vladdy. Just can't catch 2 good ones in a row. I feel like we have a good one, a couple bad ones, then a good one. It's kind of the way blasters go, though. Tink Hence, Luke Sennard. James Wood. CJ Abrams. Bo Walker and Bresnahan, Chrome. Dylan Cruz for the 400th time. Jackson Holiday, give us one numbered card in here. Come on. Alcantara Greatness loading. Comes our reptile. It is David Ortiz Jr. We already hit that card out of this case, but we'll take it again. Noel on the back. Ortiz Jr. Lou Bob. Mike Trout, catch of the day cards out of 150. That's cool. Nice one for the Trout spot. Weatherholt. Pineda. Che Chang. Jordan. All right, we'll take that Trout. All right, we're halfway home. 20 to go. 4 autos. Still waiting on a monster card, but I feel like that was a pretty good half case. Got some gold chrome, a lot of chrome hits, some green shimmy action. I'll pull from back there, just cause, why not? Good luck on the second half. If you haven't hit anything yet, you got 20 to go. If you have hit, you still got 20 to go. And Lord knows there's dupes, so we can still, if you have already hit, you probably can hit again. I don't think they know what they're doing collation-wise necessarily, so Christian Moore, Drew Jones, and Ichiro Kino Hernandez. Connor Norby. Kumar Rocker, we just saw that card. A lot of dupes on the inserts. Walker Janik and Luis Morejo. Bryce Harper. Adrian Del Castillo. Bubba Chandler. Villarreal. Jesus Lopez. Shea Whitcomb. Skeens. Conrad Keeson and Jacob with a K right. Dylan Cruz. He's in every box, apparently. I wonder what the print run is on that base Dylan Cruz rookie card. 100 million copies. Kyle Teal, Greatness Loading. Kyle Teal behind it. Cobb Hightower. That's a cool name. I like that name. Shohei Ohtani. That's Norby, Rockstar. Emerson and Mooney, first chrome. That was a really boring blaster. They're definitely out there, man. Some of those with no numbered stuff in them. Oof. Especially at some of the resale prices at an LCS, 35, 40 bucks a blaster. You open one of those, like, oh my gosh. Now, like I said, some are super loaded, but got to get the loaded ones. The auto and the 2 numbered cards. It's wild that they did that. I feel like they might have done that last year too. Josu Briseno, Flores, Gonzalez, Judge. Rocker. Shea Whitcomb, red rookie. It's another one. Red rookie logo, Shea Whitcomb. It's 2, Festa and Whitcomb. There's another one back there. Sennard, Fontenelle, and Kurtz Chrome. Matty O. How are those selling, the red rookies? I feel like people aren't really all that excited about it. Jack, Greatness Loading. Kevin Castillo and Nate Nankiel. Reptile. Roki Sasaki. Rockstar Drew Thorpe. Mejia and Weatherholt Chrome. Will Smith. Charlie Condon VIP. I feel like we haven't seen his cards at all in this case. Litzen and McGonigal. That might be the first McGonigal. Man, some of these guys have been really tough to hit. Skeens. Rhett Lauder, Rookie of the Year. Corey Lewis and O'Neal Perez, Chrome. Bryce Harper on the back. I hope we hit that card for you, Minnesota card guy. That would be a fun hit. I imagine those are just about as hard to hit as possible. Anything Andrew Painter yet? Nothing Andrew Painter yet. Max Clark. McGonigal and Corey Lewis. Hyson Kim and Jace Young. Adele Amador. Lucas Ramirez and Laura. Gunnar Henderson. Jackson Chorio. Cam Caminiti. Jack, and here's a numbered Braden Montgomery out of 199. Braden Montgomery, prospect numbered out of 199. We want firsts when we get them out of 199. Come on, that's a good one. There you go, Ekatane. There's a white sock for you. Condon's Colorado Card Cave. Okay. Santos, Caldwell. Del Amador. We got our reptile back here. Jack again. Greatness loading. Fernando Cruz, Malcolm Moore. Reptile. One numbered chrome card in this box. Nothing else of much excitement. How will we close out here? Rockstar Noel. Fabian Lopez, Owen Wild. Will Smith. All right. We need to hit something. These go through ebbs and flows for sure. There's some, like I said, there's hot boxes and then there's plenty of boring ones. Nothing numbered lower than gold so far. I'd love to see some orange or some red, even if it's paper. Freeland. Here comes a green. Hyunsuk Jang. Out of 99. First, James Wood. Suganu. All right. Take that one. 8 out of 99. Jang. Trout, catch of the day. Javier and Arun Escobar chrome. Jose. Mike Trout. Brooks Lee, greatness loading. Orlando, Cody Freeman reptile. Bobby Witt Jr., Rockstar Jace Young, Sammy Hernandez and Cam Caminiti chromes. Colt Emerson VIP, Perez and Lindsey chromes. Altuve, Dylan Cruz, Rookie of the Year favorites. Jan and Mitch Jeb chromes. All right, we're still on a streak of lousy ones. Yeah, Brooks Baldwin for sure. Got to be an auto box here. Got to be. Brooks Lee. Chromes are Burns and Cam Smith. James Wood on the back. Yamamoto. Walcott VIP. Still has one of the best first photos I've ever seen. Torres and DeBarge are your chromes. Come on. Him and Felman Celestin had the great first photos. Adele Amador. Mariano and Clausen are your chromes. Ozzy Albies. Yeah, Diamond. Yeah, we just hit one. Hold on a second. Welbin Francisca. Walcott and Pena. We just hit one. Yeah, you just got that one out of 99. First green chrome. Just hit one. 8 out of 99. And you still got a little under half the case to go. Braylon Payne, there he is again. Your man Jang. Well, I love it too. Congratulations. Maybe we'll get you something else. Christian Moore, Ortiz Jr., Jesus, Rosario. All right, we need an auto in the worst way. We are on like 7 in a row with no autos. We got 15 to go. 15 to go. Again, if you guys love Bowman, we got hobby tomorrow night, 10:30. A little bit later start tomorrow night because we got National Treasures Baseball running in front of it at 9:30. We're running back-to-back. I got a coach pitch practice from 5 to 7. It's going to be a long day, but just know if you guys message me about anything before 7, that's where I'll be. Noble Meyer, I'll be throwing pitches. All right, Villarroel and a first Ismael Javier out of 499. I forgot those were numbered out of 499. All right, Ismael Javier. Okay, plenty of chrome numbered cards out of a blaster case. I will say that. Not necessarily hitting the top 5 names on said chromes, but Lopez and Tavares. There is definitely some upside to blasters, I will say that. Definitely some upside. Spencer Schwellenbach. Conrad Cason, Jose Perella, Reptile. Orelvis. Yellow paper? Oh, that's yellow chrome. Be an auto. Oh, yeah. Kobe Mayo, rookie yellow chrome auto. That's a huge card out of a blaster. On card, 22 out of 75. Congrats, Kobe Mayo spot. Boom. There we go. That's a beauty. See, the rookie autos, you can spike in here. Spike these. That's fantastic. There we go. Oh, wow. All right. Love to see that out of a blaster. Love to see it. All right, let's make the rest of the box good, too. Elvin Garcia, Hightower, and Sullivan. Your grandson's on the same team with his grandson. That's awesome, Marjo. Yeah, I think they did, Travis. Apparently Mayo's the guy. He's the retail guy. Bryce Eldridge, but the rookies are sneaky in here. When they hit hard. They don't hit. Rookie autos are tougher to hit than the prospects, obviously, but when they hit, man, there's some monster rookie cards in this. Don't sleep on Brooks Lee and James Wood and Kobe Mayo. I mean, you can spike these. I'm telling you. Here's some more numbered paper. Jace Young. Sasaki would be a huge one, obviously. Nick Kurtz out of 299, purple paper. Montez and Gonzalez chromes. All right, man, that was a fun hit right there. Very nice, Kobe Mayo. 5 autos out of the case so far, with 14 blasters remaining. 14 to go. It's 10:51 here on the East Coast. Probably another half hour or so, maybe a little bit longer. We will do a recap at the end of all the hits. These will ship Friday to you. Should have them, depending how close you live to Ohio. Should have them Monday or Tuesday at the latest. All right, let's stay hot. Let's go 2 autos in a row here, huh? Let's get a couple going. Let's get some momentum. I feel like we hit an auto, and then we have like 3 crappy boxes in a row. Bobby Witt, insert. Penny and Morales, chrome. Alcantara. Jackson, Job. More greatness loading. Rosario, chrome. Trey Turner. Rockstar, Jace Young, Hayden Alvarez, Richard Maddock, Payne, Brito, and Escobar are your chromes. James Wood. Roki Sasaki. Samuel Basallo, VIP. Aiden Miller and Peyton E. Ellis, chrome. Matisse. What's going on, YT? You pulled it here last year? I pulled you that? Or you pulled it in this product? Drew Romo. Luis and Cade Horton are your chromes. I feel like I recognize your name, Marjo. Awesome. Well, welcome back. Hopefully we catch you something tonight. Tommy Troy. Nankeel and Humphreys are your chromes. Reagans and Noel. 13 blasters left. Let's see some autos. Again, welcome everybody on YouTube and eBay Live. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday. If you joined us late, we'll do a recap at the end. We got 13 to go. The wall's got the top hits on it. Ooh, Charlie Condon. Are you kidding me? 143 out of 150. It's a paper auto, but I mean, geez, oh man. Retail spiking here now. Now we're getting hot. 143 out of 150. Blue auto. Let's go. Let's go. I told you, let's get hot. That's what we need to do. We got to get hot. And let's have a good box here, too. Alvarez, Wilkinson, Wei-Hu Pan, Jose, Bellinger, and Albies. That one will work. Condon, Mayo, man. Let's see some wild stuff. Now an anime would be awesome. Chase Burns. They got the spotlights in here too, right? I'd rather see one of those. Condon and Morris. I'm not even sure we had seen a Condon chrome yet. Pulling spike and auto. You'll love to see it. Yeah, that's a heck of a pull out of a blaster case, that's for sure. You're not the only person that said that to me, Travis, about him potentially being overrated. Andujar and Bresnahan chromes, but either way, right now, that's a hell of a card. That is a hell of a card. Riley Green. Number 10, Jesus. There he is. We got some more numbered action coming. Urania and Johnny Long out of 250. I think that's the second number, Jonathan Long. If you got the Jonathan Long spot, you're on the board twice now. He looks like he can mash a baseball from that photo. You know, I base everything on the photo. If I don't know much about the prospect, I just like to look at the photo and decide if I think they look like they smash a baseball. He does. It's not the best way to do it, but it's my way. Carson Benj, Alex Mooney, James Wood on the back. All right, we got 12 to go. I'm feeling good about the rest of the way. We got some nice cards on the wall now, starting to heat up. Connor Griffin, Villarroel, Quintero, Franklin Arias is a nice one. That's a nice one there. Jordan, Reptile, Franklin Arias. He looks like he can play baseball too. He looks like he can play. All right, these are the final 12. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. I feel like I like the blasters. I do. I'll have to see how hobby goes. I bet you get more numbered chrome hits or damn close based on years past out of a blaster case. Obviously, you're going to see less autos, but I don't know. I feel like I got to see the way this finishes and how hobby goes. I'm looking forward to hobby as well. I always do well with hobby, but I feel like in terms of numbered chrome, this has been a pretty good case. Chen Wei Lin, Richard Matique, chromes. Is what password, Travis? The top's chrome black look great. Yeah, I did. We only broke one case. I feel like our case was pretty good. What did we pull? 2 Brooks Lee autos, 2 Dylan Cruz autos. We duped up on both those guys. So if you had the rookies in my case, you did well. Yeah, Jacob Hector, it's a monster. I'll show it to you in a second, a little closer up. Pretty awesome hit out of a blaster case. Vargas. Rookie autos are really tough to hit. There's Javier Magalone, Chrome, and Walker Jenkins. Here's your Kobe Mayo. Really clean looking card. YT Wilson, I do not. I'm 42 years old. I don't have time for that stuff. 22 out of 75. Kobe Mayo. Very nice. Yellow Chrome. Damn nice. The rookie autos are so tough to hit. When you do, though, they spike. Nick York, red rookie logo. That's a third one out of the case. So there's Jesus. Garcia and Mitch Jeb. Hai Seong Kim. Nick York, red rookie logo. There's James Wood, greatness loading. Seaver King Chrome. Ellie and Sedain Rafaela. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was him. Yeah, you just saw him. Nick York. I think it's what, Jost Nixon? Is that how you pronounce that? There's Weatherholt and Sundstrom. I think it's Jost Nixon. That was one of the ones as I was typing out the checklist, I was like, man, I got to try. I'm going to have to try this name out loud a couple times before I sound like an idiot trying to pronounce it on camera. But I think it's Jost Nixon. Collecting since 75. I don't know. They might hold it. My dad's cards we still have. They're worth a fortune. We still have them. They'll go to my kids. I don't think they'll sell them. My dad's got all his stuff from the 50s and 60s, so we got some wild stuff. I actually have to send some of it in for grading, but it's really no point in sending it in right now for grading. It's just going to cost us a bunch of money, and we're not selling it, so we've got some cool stuff. We got 3 girls. Hey, get them into cards. You never know. Walker Jenkins. Kevin McGonigal and Corey Lewis Chromes. My kids are into wrestling cards, and my oldest is starting to get really into baseball, so he loves Jose Ramirez. He's a Guardians fan like I am, and then he loves Shohei Ohtani. So, he's like, oh, can we get an auto? I'm like, yeah, for a couple thousand. Jackson Jobe. I'm like, can you like any bad players or prospects, please? Lucas Ramirez and Christian Campbell Chromes. He likes Mookie Betts, too. I'm like, yeah, cool. Of course you do. You like all the most expensive players. Drew Gilbert. I got to get him into prospecting. Jack and Winston Santos Chromes. Fernando Tatis. Fernando Cruz and Hansel Luis are your Chromes. Dylan Cruz for the 4,000th time. Hurston Waldrop. We got a reptile in here. There's a Jacob Wilson. Fabian Lopez, Jesus Lopez reptile. Some people call them scales. Some people call them reptilians. I'm just going to call it a reptile. It's an easy one for me. 10 to go. Kids today are getting into collecting. Yeah, I think they are. It's just hard because, like, it's so expensive. Thomas Sagasay. Hayden Alvarez, Richard Maddock, Drew Jones, and Emil Morales Chromes. It's like when I was a kid, I used to go to the card store, but it was like collector's choice was like $1 a pack, you know. So it's like I would get a couple bucks, I could get some packs. Every once in a while, I'd save up and get like Fleer Flare and get 1 pack or, you know, whatever. But like nowadays, $34.95 a blaster box for 6 packs. It's like you better have some rich parents if you're collecting. Or you better be mowing grasses or saving your money. It's wild. It's a different world of collecting. But in said $34 box, you could hit a $20,000 card, which when I was a kid, you couldn't do. Not out of those. Sebastian Walcott, VIP. DeBarge and Marcos Torres, Chrome. What do I see? 6 autos on the wall right now. Adele Amador. Kadeem Dia. Mariano and Barrios, Chromes. Hopefully you guys are enjoying yourselves. This is fun. Bowman release night. I'm glad I started with blasters. I like to see what all the different formats look like. Paulino Santana, all the different affordable formats. I didn't get any jumbo or breakers. Briseño and Rayner, Chromes. The breakers delight for me is always the worst format. I think they tried to make it like super easy on the breakers, but I feel like those cases are always terrible and a bad value for customers, which is why I don't get them. James Tibbs, Yumin Lin, Noel and Thorpe. Yeah, it sure was. We're looking for some Javier Mogalone. Leo DeVries. There's Montilla again. Cobb Hightower. I love that name. I will say the Padres, that card just looks awesome with the reptile around the outside with the dirty pants and the brown jersey there. It's a cool looking card. I wish I would have kept. I had a bunch of Jordan inserts that probably worth a fortune now. I had like a gold. I had both the Total Ds, Roki Sasaki, which I know during the boom were selling for a fortune. Aiden Miller and Loma Vida, if they graded nicely. And then I had like the Fleer Flare, the gold insert that was impossible to hit. But I ended up selling that stuff at a card show when I got out of collecting in my teenage years and got back into it 7 or 8 years ago to start collecting Luka Doncic cards. All right, here we go. We got 9 to go. Let's see a low-numbered card of one of these names that everybody's looking for. Leo. Fontenelle and Castillo Chromes. Contreras. Jacob deGrom. Kumar Rocker. I feel like we've seen that card 8 times. Green first, Josh Noth. Green looks cool with the Brewers out of $3.99. Caminiti and Mejia Chromes. Mason Wynn. Yamamoto. Alejandro Rosario. Letson and a first Ishmael Javier. Blue Shimmer, 133 out of 150. I love the Shimmers. Wyatt Langford. The Shimmers are something I hope never go away. Love the Shimmers. Some people like just the true colors. I love the shimmers. I'm not big on the lavas. Definitely not big on the reptiles or scales or whatever you want to call them, but I like the shimmers. Judge insert. Jan and Morales. Luis Angel on the back. Austin Riley. Weatherholt. Rafael Flores. Rosa Reyna. Rafael Devers. Rocker. Esteban Gonzalez and Aruna Escobar Chromes. 8 blasters remaining. Give us 2 more autos. I'd like to see 8 out of a case. I feel good about 8 out of a case. God, no, I don't remember that. That's what I was thinking, Travis. 2 numbered in the box should have meant auto, but I'm trying to get the timing down on this stuff, but there's no rhyme or reason to it. There was 2 paper hits in one box that didn't have an auto, but the auto boxes always have extra hits, which is crazy. Penny and Sullivan. Scoreboard. Full-size Jake Plummer helmet, man. That's awesome, Travis. Travis remembers it now. McGonigal. Rosario. There's a Carlos Tavares reptile. Hyseong Kim. Here we go. Big Papa knows. Oh, purple. Mr. Purple. Be an auto. It is. Tommy Troy. Tommy Troy. Okay. Purple auto out of 250. That's auto number 7 out of the case. 121 out of 250. Jonathan Long, you're going to get off the wall here. Just the autos are up here now, boy. Aiden Smith, Anderson Brito, and Asbel Gonzalez Chrome. All right, give us a crazy rest of this box. I sure do. Can you get me my helmet? That's hilarious. I love the follow-up question. Don't be afraid to shoot your shot. Cooper Pratt. That's really funny. Peyton E. Ellis, Cade Horton, James Wood, and Sugano. It's not likely he'll do me any favors. Oh, that's funny. Kumar Rocker. Nankeel and Tavares. Yeah, M. Crazy. There's the 7 on the wall. We just hit a Tommy Troy out of 250. 121 out of 250. The one before that was Charlie Condon. Last pack. Yeah, the autos have started to heat up. Kobe Mayo was right before that. Chrome out of 75. So the autos are definitely starting to come into play. We got another numbered card coming our way here. How about a Jacob Wright? Shimmy out of 150. Man, I feel like the Chrome hits have been really, really plentiful out of this case. I kind of expected more paper hits, but there's been a lot of Chrome action. I feel really good about it. It's definitely who it was. It sure was. All right, 7 to go. Lucky number 7. Can we get an 8th auto? Somebody said they saw 7 out of the blaster case they watched, which immediately made me want to beat it. Can we get an 8th? Sorry, guys, there's a lot of cards here. I show every card and ship every card, so looking about 2 hours on the break time. Drew Thorpe. Cabrera and Kurtz Chrome. Scooble. Blue paper, Winston Santos out of 499. Schweb. Wellenbach, Winston Santos. Still is. James Tibbs III. Zahir Hope and a Thomas White out of 499. First refractor. The refractors look really good. Thomas White, 499. That's a paper numbered card and a chrome numbered card in here. They're going to spike us an auto too or what? Throw me an auto. Charlie Condon VIP. Hagen Smith. There's your boy Hagen Smith. Sammy Stafura. Judge, Merrill, and McClanahan. Brooks Lee. Skeens. Walker Jenkins. Emilian Petre. Kendall. Wyatt Langford, Cruz, and Yuri Perez. Hurston Waldrop. There's James Wood. So just the two numbered cards in here, Long and Barrios. But man, a blaster with two numbered cards is great. A blaster with two numbered cards as an auto is super fantastic. Some of them suck, but all in all, I'm really impressed with the retail version of Bowman this year. At least blasters have been really, this has been a good case, I think, but otherwise, I'll have to watch some others, but I feel like the blasters are pretty good. I feel like there's a ton of upside. I mean, that Kobe Mayo auto is a huge card. Montilla green to 99, Condon paper auto. I mean, there's some really nice stuff out of here. I'm impressed. You guys know, all my regulars know, I'm usually pretty honest. If I hate a product or I think it stinks, I'll tell you. And then Keel and Humphreys, I think the blasters are really good so far. Pete Alonso. I'd like to see one more monster out of here. Wei-Hu Pan, Penny, and Owen Wild. Chrome. Adrian Del Castillo. Greatness Loading Cruz. Rosario. James Tibbs. Reptile. Marte. Shea Whitcomb. Rockstar Mayo. Caminiti. Brito and Morejo. JJ Weatherholt VIP. Waylon and Matic. Chromes. Of course, I sing the praises of the blasters. The very next one I rip. 0 numbered cards, unless we get saved here. Nope. I should just keep my mouth shut. Caden Dana. Just say Zip It Breaker, Collas, and Jacob Wright Chrome. So, of course, I say I love the blasters, and then that happens. Worst box of the night. That's how it goes. That's how it goes when you're a jinx. All right, 5 to go. Looking for one more auto, maybe a case hit type card. Something orange or better would be cool. We've seen gold. We haven't seen orange or better. I always love seeing orange or better. I love orange. Orange shimmers are beautiful as well. Yep, that was the blaster I would pull for sure. And then I'd be like, oh, man, these suck. Walker Jenkins, Chen Wei Lin and Richard Maddock. Aaron Judge. Dylan Cruz has about 25 paper rookies out of, probably more than that, actually. Roki Sasaki, I feel like we pulled that card 5 times or so. Perdomo, Calaz, and Malcolm Moore. Tink Hence, feel like he's had prospect cards for like 20 years. Magalone again. Walker Jenkins, Chromes. Certain guys, even if it's just if you rip so many products and they put cards of them in, you feel like they're turning into Marco Luciano. He's the poster child for being a prospect forever. Ohtani. There he is. Yost Nixon, Garcia, and David Ortiz Jr. Yost Nixon. 3 JSQ2. 3 of them. Festa was 1. You guys can probably remember. Festa, maybe Whitcomb or Sweeney. Seaver King, Colt Emerson, Reptile. I will do a recap here after these last 4, and you can see them all. But there was definitely 3. Festa was one of them. All right, sing the praises, and we go back-to-back numbered card list blasters. Okay. Cabrera and Perdomo. All right, I jinxed those 2 boxes with saying how great the blasters have been. 4 to go. Let's break that lousy streak. I feel like out of 40, well, we're at a 36 so far. I feel like maybe 6 of them have had nothing in them. 30 of them have had at least a numbered card. Obviously, we've got 7 autos, a whole bunch of numbered action. Some nice autos, too, but I feel like 6-ish have had just nothing, which really isn't that bad. Just happened to be. There's a red rookie, Luis Angel Acuna, so that's the 4th one of those. There you go. The JSQ2, there's another one of those. Red rookie, Luis Angel Acuna. They're everywhere. Oops. Sorry, Charlie. All right. Quintero and Basallo. Kyle Tucker on the back. Connor Norby. Reptile in here. Alcantara. Wilkinson. Lazaro Montes Reptile. Fernando Tatis. Del Castillo. Rockstar Reese Hines. Condon and Fuentes. Dylan Cruz paper, of course. Death, taxes, and paper. Dylan Cruz cards in every box. Carson Benj. Dowell Joseph and Johnny Level. Chrome. Adele Amador. Dylan Cruz. He's everywhere. Santana and Jose Perella. Chrome. Gonna go 3 in a row. They're gonna hit us 3 times in a row with nothing. Noah Schultz. Urania. Benj. All right, 3 boring ones in a row. We got 3 to go. Hopefully we can close strong. 3 to go. Again, thanks for sticking with me here. A lot of cards to get through. We'll be back tomorrow night with Hobby. And some National Treasures before it. National Treasures could be sneaky fun. Some crazy, crazy duels in there. All right. Auto coming in here. I can feel it. Auto or an orange. Something orange. This pack feels thick. Might just be one where they gave us 80 cards. Yeah, it's thick. There's a ton of cards in here. Supposed to be 12. 1, 2, 3. Wood is 4. 5, 6, 7. Let's see a good one here. George Clausen. That's 8, 9. So I can say 10, 11, Montilla, 12, 13, 14. So there's 14 cards. Franier Bear, Montilla. We already had a green auto of this guy too. So if you got that spot, you're doing well. George Clausen. Heritage Topps image variation. Someone else will have to explain. Heritage is one of those where I open it, but I just don't. It's not something I'm really into. Thomas Sagasay. I open it because you guys like it, but Seaver King and Mitch Jeb. I don't like having to hunt for whether I have a short print or not. I like it to become relatively obvious. I don't like to have to do all that work. Leo, Cabrera, and Hagen Smith. Neato. Alonzo. Drew Romo, Rookie of the Year faves. Stafura and Kurtz Chrome. Julio. Roki Sasaki. Freeland insert. Sundstrom. Hyesung Kim and Jace Young. Man, we are dying to see something autographed here on the way in. Come on. Carson Williams, VIP. Charlie Condon and Morris Chromes. Condon spot's starting to pick up some steam. 2 to go. Obviously, the auto helped. Yeah, it's a weird product. The image variations, I don't know. It says image on the back, so you should be able to find it. It's just super small. That took me a while to figure out. But it should say image on the back. But then there's also, like, cartoon variations. I don't know. It's not my thing. Jack Caglianone. Hagen Smith and Stafura first to Chrome. Show us something on the way in. Come on. Caden Dana. Sundstrom and Zhang. Cruise paper. Of course. Brooks Lee. We got some blue paper. Could be an auto. Not an auto. It's a rookie Schwellenbach. 490 out of 499. That's a nice one. Jacob Wright, Zahir Hope, and Andrew Painter. Nice Schwellenbach. He struck out like a million guys in a minor league game, and I happened to see the headline before I was going to bed, and I just bought a bunch of his cards that night. I was like, all right, take my chances. So I've got a decent little Schwellenbach collection over here, just from one night where I read a crazy stat line of his, and I was like, yeah, I'll buy. I'm in. Here's some green paper. And that's going to be Jose Perdomo. eBay 1 of 1, 99 out of 99. Acuna, Wilson, and Festa close that box, or that pack out, sorry. Jose Perdomo. Utani. Got a reptile in here. There's Bryce Eldridge insert. Jonathan Long. Chase Hampton. Got a reptile and a gold if you got the Hampton spot. True gold came earlier in the case. Last pack of blaster number 39. Wilson Rockstar. Petre and Clausen Chrome. On to the final. Give us one. Give us something crazy in the final box. Good luck, everyone. Recap coming after this box. Be a good box. Connor Griffin. There's Yost Nixon. Kellen Lindsay and Ricardo Yan. Jacob Wilson. Otani, Kevin Alcantara, Rafael Flores, and Blake Walters. First chrome. Austin Riley. PJ Morlando, insert. Esteban Gonzalez and Fontenelle, chrome. James Wood, base. Give us something. Doesn't appear to be one of the crazy auto boxes, but give us a numbered card in here. Castillo and Cruz, chromes. Jose Ramirez. Ryan Reynolds. Brooks Lee. Mejia. Last pack. They're going to end us with a whimper, aren't they? Yep. Kumar Rocker. Letson and Jack Lyons. So the last 5 or so boxes were no good at all, but the first 35 were pretty good. Here comes a recap, guys. Again, hobby tomorrow night. Hope to see some, if not all of you, back again tomorrow night. Here's your hits. In no particular order: Machado to 299, Humphreys, Escobar to 99, Rhett Lauder to 99, Ortiz Jr., Rayner, and E. Ellis. Engelth Urania to 99, paper. Torres, Payne, Gonzalez are all reptiles. Colt Emerson to 399. Penny, Bo Bichette to 199. Aiden Miller and Christian Moore, reptiles. Marcus Semien to 499. Briseño and Montilla, reptiles. We got a numbered Trout to 150. Ortiz Jr. and Clausen, reptiles. Festa, red rookie. Hyung Chan to 150. Edglin Perez, you got 2 paper, 1 to 499 and 1 to 250. Cade Horton, Sundstrom first to 175. Vladdy to 120 or 175. Urania to 99. Smith, Chase Hampton, True Gold first to 50. Luis Pena to 250. Conrad Kaysen. Cam Smith to 299. Ugarte. Fuentes. Kyle DeBarge to 150. Insert. Anderson Brito. Chase Hampton. Jose Perdomo to 99. Schwellenbach to 499. Clausen to 99. Montilla and Montez. You had a Luis Angel Acuna red rookie. Colt Emerson. James Tibbs. Thomas White to 499. Winston Santos to 499. Jacob Wright first to 150. Jonathan Long first to 299. Carlos Tavares. Ismael Javier first to 150. Josh Noth first to 399. Cobb Hightower and Jesus Lopez. Nick York red rookie. Franklin Arias. Jonathan Long again. This one out of 250. Nick Kurtz to 299. Jose Perella. Ismael Javier again to 499. Alejandro Rosario. Hyun Seok Jang to 99. Malcolm Moore. Braden Mont to 199. Cody Freeman. Nankeel and a Shea Whitcomb red rookie. So 4 of those red rookies for the fellow who asked about that. Autos, PJ Morlando, paper first auto. Mitch Jebb, first Bowman chrome auto, not numbered, just a base. Peyton E. Ellis, base auto. Tommy Troy, purple paper auto to 250. Franier Bear Montilla, green auto at a 99. Charlie Condon, huge prospect auto, paper, 143 out of 150. It's probably the biggest card out of the break, but my favorite is this Kobe Mayo yellow chrome rookie auto, 22 out of 75. All in all, pretty good case. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I enjoyed being here. I hope you guys will be back tomorrow night for hobby. Have a great rest of your Wednesday evening. We'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.